I'm at Beckley Station Park, one of the parklands of Floyd's Fork, which runs right through the heart of Kentucky, House District 36. It's a district that sits at the far eastern edge of Jefferson County and includes communities like Lake Forest, Fisherville, Eastwood, and even part of Jeffersontown.
I was a strategic planner and looking at big picture things, and then going and solving complicated problems that are preventing you from getting to your big picture goals.
Republican John Hodgson is being challenged by Democrat Woody Zorn in District 36.
I am a public school educator, so I always believe in going to the people, going to the stakeholders, and finding out about things. And since we're in a teacher shortage, what better place to put a teacher in a place where they pass laws about this?
Zorn says he will fight for public education.
Retention of educators and fully funding education. We've got a lot of great programs out there that there's just not a lot of money for. So that's one of the first things that I would do. Another thing is I would actually do something about the public safety issues that we're having. Instead of passing laws to punish people on the back end, why not do something about it beforehand? Why not fund some of the programs that help with that?
Zorn also wants to address the high cost of housing and rent, both in his district and beyond.
We could make tax breaks for affordable housing venues, things like that. That would be a great way to do it. Pass laws that if you buy up certain areas, that you have a certain amount of time to actually develop it. And if you don't develop it during that time, it's time to release it.
But Hodgson says he thinks the people in his district want less development, not more.
I think a lot of my constituents are concerned about the waterway we're on right now. This Floyd's Fork is the only living waterway left in Jefferson County. It's got a Floyd's Fork design review overlay to protect it. It's environmentally sensitive. People are pushing back hard to try to make sure we don't run development right up to the banks of the creek and kill it.
Hodgson says he'll fight for privacy and conservative principles.
I'm about smaller government, lower taxes, less regulation, getting the government out of your life. And so I focus on legislation that is limiting the government and not limiting people. The bill I passed my very first session was preventing the government from installing cameras in the woods in a place like this to spy on you without your consent or a warrant on private property.
Mark Vanderoff, WLKY News.